Hey beauties. Okay, so as you can see, I have already done the face. So today is about the palettes once again. And today I'm using Too Faced Chocolate Gold. I haven't used this palette in a while. I'm also going to be using Eyelure London Definition Lashes, which I got these the other day. I think you guys saw that in the haul. These are the 75th anniversary lashes, number 126, which are my absolute favorite. I'm going to be doing a lip today, Forever Matte, and I'm going to be doing the color Trust Me and Angel Wings, which they're kind of similar, a little bit different. One's darker than the other. So I'm going to be trying to see, what happens with that. And I'm going to be using a chocolate lip liner by NK, the bold lip liner. What else? Oh, I'm going to set my face, because I haven't really set my face yet, with the Charlotte Tilbury Deep number 4. And I'm going to be using my Smashbox primer water. So let's get into this palette because I'm excited. Y'all already know how it is when I get into a palette. I'm just like, let's go, let's get into it, let's do this. So if you are not familiar with Chocolate Gold, this is it. And to me, it is absolutely beautiful. Like, I literally love this palette. I just don't love it as much as I should. I should be giving this palette all the love. I'm just using some regular brushes from Five Below. I've been using them all day, except for this one brush. This one brush is not Five Below. Glasses are crooked, but whatever. This one brush right here is not from Five Below. This is a 160F face brush by Farrah. So that's what this is. This is a Farrah brush. And I used it for contouring. I also used it for my blush. And it turned out really good. So no complaints. Really good brush. These brushes are chic. But if I'm not mistaken, I did get them from Five Below. The same with these. I think these are chic as well. And I got them from Five Below. They don't have names and numbers on them. But they come in a set of 4. So what I did was I got the face collection and I got the eye collection. So, but they come in a set of 4. So the eye collection looks like this. Hold on, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not sure. I guess all of them came in the same. All of these came in the same collection. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they come in a set of 5. I was wondering, I was just like, did I buy them separate? But no, they all came together. And so the face collection are just bigger brushes. So thank you, Five Below. All right, let's jump into this palette real quick. I'm gonna choose a fluffy brush to do a transition color, which I do have some transition on my face from the contour palette that I used. However, I just did that for blending purposes. So I really want to get into this particular palette and see what the colors are in here. So I'm going to use So Bougie. And you will see that it is a light buff color. And I just want to use it to place it down over my eyeshadow concealer, which I used Urban Decay again, that is my favorite. And I'm putting this everywhere except immediately under the brow. And I haven't done my brows yet, which is so strange of me, but I will in a minute. Because somebody asked me to teach them how to do the skinny brow. So I am going to show you guys how I get away with a quick skinny brow. I'm not going to carve my eyebrows out. I'm not going to carve my eyebrows out. I'm just going to place my pomade down. And somebody said yesterday, oh, it's Tati. Tati was like, I don't like doing, you know, the brow pomade anymore. I don't know what I was thinking. She is changing a lot. She's, you know, going clean and all of that kind of stuff. And I commend her for that. Personally, I just cannot because, yeah, I can't. So I'm just saying, me, I can't. Not at the moment. I'm not ready for that change. So, yeah. So what I do, I just dip into my pomade, and I'm using the L'Oreal 24-hour tattoo because it don't move when you put it on. It don't move. So I wouldn't get my eyebrows waxed, so this is not going to be, you know, the tutorial of, you know, all brows or whatever. And I am looking into my double-sided mirror, so if I get out of frame, I do apologize. But what I do, after she waxes my brow, I put the pomade immediately on the hairs, and I just begin to brush them. Now, everybody's going with that big bushy brow look. I do not. I don't like it. It doesn't fit my face well. But I'm just going with where my brows are. And then I take a look into the mirror and I start to extend that brow, because at this point I'm wanting to make a certain shape, and I want to make sure that the brows are even as well. So at this point, I'm giving a little bit more definition to the beginning of my brows, and they're going to look a little lighter, which is what I want. And then I just clean up that tailbone and that arch, that curve. Practice makes perfect. Which is, this is like, I don't clean up my brows all the time when I do this. It's just becomes second nature to me. So you will get it. But that's pretty much it. I'm not a pencil girl or anything of that nature. I just, you know, like to go in with my brush. And, I'm sorry, my phone. I like to go in with my brush, and I like to just, you know, put that pomade down. All right, what do we have here? Who's texting me? Am I up? Yes. Doing my makeup. Are you up? Yes, I'm up. I'm doing my makeup. Oh my God, it's my daughter. Well, my phone just will not stop ringing and texting. Anyway, we have the transition color on. There's a color in here called Rolling in Dough. I'm going to sweep that over the lid and right under my brow, which I should have done that under my brow before I so I'm gonna get it right all over the lid. But I should have done that before I did my brows, but it's totally fine. It's okay. I just want to lighten and brighten that up. So now that I've got that lightened and brightened a little bit, it's looking a little bit better for me to place the colors that I want to actually place on here and get a bit of kick to my pigment. So I'm going to go into my crease with a funny color called Holler for a Dollar. So funny to me. And I'm literally just going to take that fluffy brush from Chic. That is funny to me. I look, some of the names of the colors are really light because they tickle me so much. And I remember I do have a hooded eyes. And I'm not going to put this all the way across. I'm stopping somewhere towards the middle. Just kind of diffusing it as I go along. So I just kind of place it. And then just kind of start to blend and sweep. And then I'm going to take this other color that's so pretty to me. Love and Cocoa, which if you have the palette, it's right above Holler for a Dollar. I'm going to take a more dense brush, lightly brush into that color, tap a little bit off, and just sweep right above what I just did. Just lightly sweeping right above what I just did. Kind of mixing and marrying the two together. It kind of has a little bit of an iridescent flavor to it, so I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking the way that kind of, you know, gives you a little bit of zhuzh going on. There's another color in here that I'm fascinated with. Gold Dipped, which is why I lightened up the lid. I'm going to take this lid color and I'm going to go into Gold Dipped for that lid. I'm just kind of brushing and diffusing because I'm using that transition color that I placed. I'm using it, you know, for everywhere. And I'm taking this very big giant brush right here and I'm just kind of marrying everything together because I don't want you to tell where one stops and where one begins. I just want it to be, you know, I want you to be able to tell there's something going on, but I don't want you to be able to be like, oh, that's where she put that and that's where she put that. Like I wanted to, you know, just marry together. And so you can tell it's lighter here and then it's getting a little bit darker. It's just kind of, you know, all going in a different direction up here. And it's just lovely. And I like, that's what I like. I'm not like a big flashy, you know, oh my God, look at this. Now, here's where I'm like, girl, let's do something fancy. And I'm not a purple girl at all, but Living Lavish, I'm going to go ahead and try this on the outer portion of my lid. And the reason I'm doing that is because, once again, I'm not a fancy girl. However, comma, I am one of those people who I like to stay within the palette. I don't like to, you know, bring out like 5, 6, 7 different palettes or whatever. And Living Lavish in this particular palette is a darker color. So I just kind of want to marry this together and just take it up a little bit. And I'm just using sweeping motions. I'm just sweeping with that same flat brush. You know, I'm just sweeping. And I'm kind of sweeping into that dark color that we had. You see that? Isn't that wonderful? And you see how they just kind of married together? Like that just, I love this. Look at that. Can you see? Diffuse, diffuse, blend and blend. Let's see if I have any fallout. That will take care of it. We've already used Laura Mercier. So cute. These are like my favorite tweezers for putting on lashes. I have some lash tweezers. I never use them. I have regular tweezers. I never use them. Like when I get ready to put my lashes on, like this is the tweezer. It is so crazy. I don't know. I guess it's because the edge or whatever. It's just so weird. And sometimes the lash process is wonderful. And sometimes it is horrible. But I'm right-handed. So I guess for me, that makes a bit of a difference because I don't have a problem doing my, you know, right side, but my left side is my problem child. It just, we're going to see how this goes. Now, I'm sorry if I get out of frame or if my arm is in the way, but this is how I have to pop that lash on. And don't worry about the lash glue. It gets everywhere, but it peels right off after it dries, so it doesn't mess up your eyeshadow. I do know some people who put their lashes on before they do their eyeshadow, which is totally fine. But I have somewhat of a thick band on my lashes, so for me, that's definite. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. Now, the Eye Lure, they do have adhesive that comes with your lashes, but I tend to look for the dark lash glue or lash adhesive, which I think that's what they call it, like adhesive or whatever, because it's not really glue. It's Get a Grip lash adhesive. So I tend to go for that. That's kind of like my thing. So while that's drying, I just kind of pinch it a little bit. Now, I will tell you something. The reason lash tweezers are made like this is so you don't poke yourself in the eye for real. It's got that, you know, wide, which is completely different from a regular pair of tweezers. So literally you're supposed to go in and be able to pinch a wide area to where it sets your lashes. And then you just flip the side over. And I mean, it's fine, but just applying my lashes, I just always gravitate towards that, you know, I don't know. My band on my lashes, I didn't really need to use an eyeliner. And I like to do that sometimes because it really lets me just leave my eyeshadow alone. Just let it stand on its own. And so if you're using a lash that has, you know, a band on it, a real visible band, it's not uncommon to just, you know, I can skip that step. That's a step that I don't have to worry about. So I didn't have to, you know, do anything except for put this band on. And because I have hooded eyes, it actually gave me more coverage on the lid. So you can really see, you know, my eyeshadow, you know, better on my lids, which is what I wanted. That's what I prefer. All right, seriously, you guys, finished look. Look at this. I mean, it's so pretty. Like, I literally love this look. I can't stand it. Okay? I literally can't stand it. I'm like looking at the monitor, looking all cross-eyed or whatever, but I cannot stand it. Like, everything turned out so good. And you can really tell when you get in the car because it's a totally different light, a totally different, you know, mirror and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, this really turned out good. So, finished look. I gotta go. I gotta go eat some wings. I gotta go to the hair store, and I gotta get my hair done. So you will not be seeing Miss Blondie for a long time because the braids are coming back. I love you guys so much. Thank you, beauties, for hanging in there with me, sticking in there with me. Don't forget to leave me some comments below. This is day 2 of 25 Days of Beauty. I love you guys so much. Tell a friend to tell a friend and come hang out with us and do some looks with us. I mean, we have 25 days of beauty. And if you guys have any beauty questions or anything you want me to try or anything, just let me know, because we're going to be doing this. And who knows, it may go longer than, 25 days. Maybe, I may do this 5 days a week. Like, who knows? But for right now, we're going strong. We're going to see if we can continue this, see if we can do this. I love you guys so much. Thank you once again, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.